Nice. Okay, so shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Have fun.
Good luck, have fun. So you said you've been playing 7 or so mutas into that hive tech. I've been watching your games. You still put a big emphasis on your upgrades, Stephano. How important are those upgrades, do you feel, to winning in the current ZvT metagame?
Right now, the ZvT is not based anymore on 2-2 timing, but more on 3-3 timing from the turn, I feel like. And if you get the 3-3 late, like the turn will fight around 180, 190 supply with his army. And without the upgrade, you can use the fight easily. Okay. So I'm trying to rush for the upgrades always to be ahead of that. Thanks.
Very important, says Stephano. And here we go. So I'm just going to lock it in onto your vision. I see what you see, and that is all. Stephano, the pink Zerg player in the top right. I remember, Stephano, the first time I ever watched you play a game of StarCraft at a LAN.
Which one?
It was at Gamescom.
Was it?
It was.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I lost my mana in group stage.
Yeah, you didn't make it out of your you didn't make it out of your group, but you played very well. It was the first time I'd ever seen somebody hotkey their larva.
Yeah, I think I was the first one to do such a thing.
I think so too, man. I was like, what is going on? He is resetting his rally points so quickly.
I'm glad
that's not what you were doing at all.
No, I'm just so good. Well, at least I was.
I think you're still pretty solid, Ilias.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Some folks at home might like to know the story of when Stephano came and stayed with us at the NASL for about a week, or 2 weeks, or however long it was. He was sitting in the studio one day. All of the NASL casters were practicing StarCraft, and Stephano was sitting behind us with his arms crossed. This is a week before the WCS European Championships. He hadn't played a single game of StarCraft, and I can remember.
Did play one or two, I think. Yeah.
I can remember winning a ladder game and turning around feeling all proud, and you looked at me and you said, "You think you're so good, don't you?" I just want to tell you, you are crap. And I felt so bad. I felt so sad, Stephano, but then we played 1v1 and I crushed you.
Yeah, you destroyed me. But I'm mature enough to accept defeat, you know.
All right, so hatch first is going to be your opening. Terrans are pretty much universally going for Reapers, Stephano. What do you think is the best way to deal with that? Is it something that you can easily handle with 15 hatch like you're showing us?
Yes, it's there's no risk. Usually, you shouldn't lose anything. Sometimes you will lose one drone, but not more. Losing more is a big problem. Right now I did a mistake. I did an extra drone instead of working on a drone because I was speaking to you. So I might lose a drone or two now. But what I'm doing myself is I try not to rush for the speeding because usually the turn always leave or go back to his base before you get speeding. So getting it early, it's quite pointless because you sacrifice a bit of minions for it, but you don't get anything. You don't kill any Reaper or anything else.
Right.
As I said, I was dive blocked.
It's a spore crawler that you made, which I'm sure you're going to end up canceling. Yep, there it is. Just to make sure that the Reaper gets no kills and no real damage done.
I can hear the sound twice.
I'll make sure that we get that fixed. So we're not creating the infinity speed loop for Stephano. As you have chased away those Reapers. And you stopped mining gas. And one of the big questions that I think a lot of Zerg players ask themselves in this matchup these days is when is the right time to take your third base?
It is when you get speeding straight away. Around 6:30, I'd say. And now I'm making extra Zerglings just to get the back control. You should get millions in the next 30 seconds, I think. Is it a player or not?
Greetorp plays all 3 races at about a Grandmaster level. He's really quite good at StarCraft compared to most casters.
Okay, taking my base now. As soon as I get spinning, kind of.
Third base is down, and you're continuing to produce Zerglings. Now, what are you trying to achieve with these lings, man?
Just get the map control. Because if you don't have it, the tank can abuse the mines. I can't do much with this. If I let the tank get the minions in positions next to Max and Liga, he will deny like my vision forever, and he can put mines where he wants to. And that's quite a problem for me.
Macro hatch, Evo chambers going down. Evo chambers always built in your natural. It's the Stephano wall, as Roddy likes to call it.
Otherwise, I guess minions is always useful for me. What is he doing?
He's just showing off. He's like, I don't need those Hellions.
Yeah, sure. I just saw a drop going to my base with mines most likely.
Now, defending speed medevacs is something that I think is becoming a bit of an art form in the heart of the Swarm. And I think the best Zerg players do a pretty good job of leaving a few units here and there around the map. Is it important that you're able to split up your units, Stephano, or do you like to just kind of keep everything together and then respond to drops as you see them?
I'll try when I get the Vitalis to always have the Vitalis and my army in different positions. Like that, when he drops somewhere, I either have air or ground units to deal with them. With the tank army.
1-1 upgrade started before you got your lair. Baning nest also down. And a pretty solid drone count, about 60 drones out on the field right now.
It's still making minions. Strange.
And Spire Infestation Pit at the same time. Are you going to get Hive as soon as that Infestation Pit's done?
Yeah. That's why I said I only get 7 days until I rush the...
So far, everything looking pretty standard. In fact, you're able to defend all of his aggression with only Zerglings. I think in the past, Stephano, it's pretty safe to say that you've been punished for relying too much on lings.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, and how have you adjusted your play because of it?
Wait, I'm brokering. What did you say?
I said in the past, you've had some. Well, actually, it looks like you might just win this game right here. You've lost some pretty big games because you make such a reliance on Zerglings, and I wanted to ask you if you've made any specific adjustments to your play style because of that.
Yeah. Nowadays, I try to either. When I see more than 6 minions, I go straight away to all nurtures, and I add straight away a spine, not to get punished. I always make graining nest before my lair is done, since front of the swarm. And basically they can punish me anymore for staying on circles. With Benix and Zerglings, you can even ping them sometimes soon, so I'm fine. I'm not being abused anymore. My upgrades are a bit late this game, but it doesn't matter.
Alright, Zergling, Baneling, Muta right now, but the Ultralisk Cavern is building. It's a very fast Ultra Cavern.
Look at that. Ah!
Dealing with pesky drops. No spine crawlers or spore crawlers anywhere on the map. Do you feel like you don't need them?
Not yet. I will need them once I have Ultralisk and I will be focusing on them. I'm not making Mutalisk anymore. Right now I still have Mutalisk on the field, so I'm kind of fine.
Pretty strong looking push with Marines and Medivacs, but you do have Ultras on the way.
Yeah, that's why it's... He did hit a good timing, but once I have the Ultralisk, there's not much to be done, so we're fine.
There's that first Ultra.
So you see, I have exactly enough Mutalisk to deal with the Medivacs without killing them fast enough.
It really does make your army a lot more annoying because you can't just hover Medivacs and always get away.
He can't catch me forever, so...
Yeah.
So I don't really need Infestors.
It's so weird watching you play Mutas, man. You've been just an Infestor player for as long as I've known you.
I know. But now it's kind of hard to play Infestors, sadly.
Strong counterattack on the third base, killing a lot of his economy there. And clearly you're in a pretty good spot. Oh, look at that. It's a lot of Terran.
Oh, I'm just fine.
I have to ask about the weaknesses that you feel this playstyle has. What do you really struggle against when you play this way?
It's very strong against mines. It is weak against headbats. I don't know if it's like popular yet or not, but when I played the Muslim on ladder, he plays headbats. He stopped playing mines. Because a good player can make the mines friendly fire the Marines, and it's not that good for the turn nowadays. And the headbats, they just kill the bandits, the Zerglings, and they tank so many hits. So the Ultralisk doesn't get to attack the Marauders and the Ultralisk. Wait, the Ultralisk doesn't get to attack the Marauders and the Marines before a long time, and he can get them, all of them, I mean, before they hit anyone. I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm focusing and I can't speak. You understood, right?
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
I think you should say it again in French.
No.
Now, at what point do you feel it's necessary to start adding in Broodlords, Stephano?
Never.
Never?
Well, you can add them. Let's say, right now I can add Aspire when I'm working on S3 attack. Sometimes I do it. It's just to get like 4 Bulldogs or 5, just to finish the Terran who will try to cut me and attack me. You see, right now I can't really deal with this army without taking the fight. If I had Bulldogs, I'd be taking the fight in the position I want to.
Right.
But this fight I win it easy, but I mean, if you had a bigger army, Brutus would be helpful.
Go.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think you got him. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, okay. He's dead.
Now, what about these late-game Terran armies that become so ridiculous to deal with? And I'm talking about Terran armies that include maybe some siege tanks, maybe some battle cruisers. How do you cope with that kind of a playstyle?
I don't really. Like once they get battle cruiser and stuff, usually I lose. What I try to do, if like I have a decent army against battle cruiser, Raven, I make my characters go melee against the battle cruiser, like that's the mines and the Raven's missile will splash on the battle cruiser. Otherwise, I just lose all my characters without dealing any damage. It's the only thing I try to do. After this, getting a better economy and just sending units after units and hope for a win.
GG gets called.
Like at same amount of population, you will never win a fight against.
Right.
That's sadly.
Stephano, you make it look so easy, man. And something that I think a lot of people might not realize is that you do it all with just really one hotkey for your army.
2 hotkeys, please.
Okay, well, what's that second hotkey for?
Utilists.
Of course. Okay. Okay. Do you feel like a lot of players overcomplicate it? They say, I need all these different hotkeys for different things. Do you feel like that makes that can take away from someone's play level?
I feel like 2 to 3 hotkeys is the best thing to have. Having more than that can be very messy sometimes. Because when you play fast in the late game and you're being dropped and stuff, if you mess your hotkeys, your whole army will be kind of fucked, and it will take a long time to make them again.
Right.
So staying on 2 hotkeys is not the best, to be honest. Like until at some point when you have infestors, vipers, queens, like many spell units, you need a third group. That's why I have the queens on third.
Right.
When I fight with them, I take them as 3 and I can heal the ritualist like and so on.
Well, I like the way that you keep it simple, man. We're going to take a very short minute to break for commercial. When we get back, I'm going to try to play Stephano's style against Greetorp. We'll see if Stephano can manage to make my Zerg good enough to take out Greetorp. It's going to be a tall order. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.